Welcome to the Geeks Listen Joysticks podcast. This is the podcast where we talk about shows, movies, and video games and cool stuff we've seen during the week. I be dying, y'all. I'm fucking dying, bro. I got the Rona vaccine number dose and I'm struggling, dog. With me is sometimes my friend Felix.
Felix, you sound like you're so hungover.
And I look even worse, bro. Not gonna lie.
Neta.
I look like... You ever heard of a giant trash bag of shit?
I've seen one, yes.
That's me. How you doing?
Verga, wait, but hold on. Is it like funky smelling shit or like sweet shit?
Nah, it's like that white shit that's been in the sun for so long that don't smell no more, but it's white as fuck, you know? It's like
that crusty dry motherfucker?
Yeah, that me, dog.
Shit, I feel for you.
How you been, son? You
okay. I've been melting my lonjas off because it's hot.
It's been hotter than a sumbitch way.
Do you think an apocalypse is upon us?
I mean, it's been upon us. Did you not recall 2020, homie?
The what?
Did you not recall the year 2020? It's pretty apocalyptical to me.
Year what now?
2020. Oh, okay, I get it. Hey, don't fuck with me, dog. I got Rona brain, bro. I got Rona brain, son.
Fun.
Okay, and because I got Rona brain, I'm gonna put his ass to work, and he's gonna help me out with the news. So, what's in the news, Felix?
So, speaking of Rona brain viruses and post-apocalyptic shit,
hell yeah, segue.
Huevo, I've been learning. It's been a year since The Last of Us Part 2. And to that, I say, time fucking flies, dude. I don't know why I thought it was like 6 months ago.
Yeah. Anniversaries low-key depressed me a little because it's like, really? What the hell? Shrek was on the other day and I told moms, hey, Shrek be 20 years old. Nah. Yeah, it is, fool. Nah.
Shrek's fucking old.
Fool. Shrek be old in a son bitch way.
But to this day, I think, I don't know, this game is so canonical in history, in the history of video games.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and I think
it's art. It's like top art game you can show. There's a lot. There's Journey and other things that come to mind, but where you're like, video games aren't art. Video games don't evoke emotion. Video games don't do this. You like sit your stupid ass down and play The Last of Us.
They obviously haven't played video games in their lives.
I mean, you do go from Pong. You go from Pong, bing, 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 to like Homeboy's daughter dying in the first 30 minutes of the game.
Not even 30, Wayne, on my myth.
Yeah.
This game divided so many people and so many ideologies that it was baffling. And me, without even playing the game, I was torn between them. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to sit this one out and let you talk about it because... You're the one who played it. You're the one who experienced it. And you're the one who gave the opinion. So I just sat my ass down and listened to you and was like, wow.
Yeah, even Bubbles and I, we were disagreeing. I'm like, no, Abby's the bitch. No, Ellie's the bitch. I was Team Ellie and Bubbles was like, nah, Team Abby. It's pretty crazy.
Well, there's no... I just saw this quote on an episode I watched today that said, no good guy is ever good. And no bad guy is ever really bad. So, yeah, it's like you said, it's art, and art is seen by the eyes of the beholder. So, yeah, it's exactly quote unquote the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, this is a must play for sure. The whole franchise is for sure.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna have to ask you to borrow the first one so I can play it.
Yeah,
you got it for the PS3, right?
Yeah, I mean, you should play it for the PS4.
Well, I have a PS3, dude. Baby stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. That makes all sense in the world. Bubbles said, I was talking to him about Sweet Tooth. I was like, Bubbles, I watched Sweet Tooth. Did you watch Sweet Tooth? He's like, hell yeah. And then his unpopular opinion was like, we don't need a Last of Us show anymore. I'm like, clutched my pearls. What the fuck you mean? Yes, the fuck we do.
Clutched my pearls.
I was like, what the fuck? C-Way. I want all the Last of Us. He's like, it's the same thing with the different spin. And I'm like, no, yeah, we nos agarramos de la greña like little girls fighting.
I mean, I get his point. And I kind of sort of do agree.
Yeah.
But Sweet Tooth doesn't have the grit that The Last of Us does.
No.
And that grit is the thing that's going to tug at the heartstrings of your nuts.
See why? And I mean, I think that the reason you agree is because you fear of failure of the show. That's why that's why you hesitated, because you're like, it could be the greatest shit ever, or it could be a massive white burnt turd that's been sitting in the sun all the days. Dehydrated turd, dog. That's me.
Oh, man, I just keep seeing you like a pasty white dried out turd.
Hell yeah, dog. Fuck with me, bro. I already feel like a white pasty turd. That's crazy though. 1 year. That is insane. That's fucking.
It is insane.
That's fucking. And it would have came out earlier. Remember, it got delayed. It was supposed to come out in February, and it was delayed.
I can't remember that. I just remember when it came out and uproars.
Yeah. I remember it came out on a Friday. But speaking of days of the week, what else is going on, Felix?
You want to take over?
No, I'm slobbing you up, you fuck, and you just watch the ball go over your head instead of jumping and dunking it like LeBron James. Come on.
So Disney is changing the original release dates or original premieres from Friday to Wednesdays. Now, what do you feel about this? Because to tell you the truth, I do not give a rat's ass.
You don't?
No, because if it comes on Friday, if it comes on Wednesday, I still watch it on Friday nights.
Well,
that's been my ritual for forever.
Well, you got 2 days of possible spoilers though. Now.
Well, yeah. Well, for me, it doesn't make any difference because I really almost every time stay away from social networking. Mm-hmm. The only thing I use is WhatsApp and Messenger just to talk to you and a couple of friends, and that's it. Yeah. So I stay out of Facebook. I've been using a lot less Instagram anymore. So
no more Insta.
Yeah, no more. Yeah, it's kind of weird, dude. I'm a fucking adult now. So, what do you think? Because for me, for you, what's up? Tell me. I want to know what you think because you got all the time in the fucking world.
Hey! Don't be putting that my business out there, dog. It'd be nice to Rona me. This is, I mean, obviously this is influenced by Loki, the success. I mean, that was weird when it was announced. That was news that Loki is going to be premiering on Wednesdays. Yeah. I like to backlog a few episodes, in case I love the show. I never really watched the show unless it's something that I've been waiting for, like a season 3 or 2 of something. Mm-hmm. But I'm not there Thursday night at 12 waiting for Disney to drop it to watch it. That's why my fear is like I fuck around on the insties and I was like, oh, hey. So right now I haven't watched Loki. You said you did. Mm-hmm. The rumblings around Loki isn't that loud to me, right? What I've seen online. I've seen a lot of scores real quick, like 7 and 7 and then this and then that. There's usually not a whole lot of spoilers, thank God, that I've seen. So I don't know if that has to do with the pacing of the show, what it has to do with the show. So that's usually how I gauge a show before I go in, is the noise around the show and social media before I go into it. Okay. So interesting. I just go with my gut. Right. But I like but you watch them as they're coming, no?
Yeah, because unlike that, I'm starting to get the hang of the buzz around each episode. Like way back in the day when a friend of mine and I watched Supernatural and we started talking about it. Mm-hmm. Or Smallville. A long time ago. And I like that buzz. I like that talk. I like that speculation. I like looking at videos.
Oh, the lead up to the new episodes?
Exactly. Like build the thing up. Yeah. I don't give a shit if the new episode is good or bad. I mean, the whole experience leading up to the episode is like the main thing for me. The episode I do enjoy. I enjoy the series. I'm enjoying it right now. I did kind of mildly spoiled something for me this episode, but it
didn't do anything?
No, it didn't. I was just like, oh.
Okay. Shh. Kaya.
But, yeah. But, I mean, I haven't heard of anyone being pissed about the new release date. Have you heard or read about that?
I don't know. I mean, it is a little weird in the middle of the week. Netflix has been doing this. It just feels like Friday feels like a big day. People, end of the week, they get off of work, they go home, and they watch their newest episode of The Mandalorian or the newest episode of Loki. So, kind of like, okay, it's the end of the day on Wednesday. Doesn't have the same ring, you know, for people who got 9 to 5s and want to de-stress or whatever. But I mean, again, with Netflix, Disney has all their analytics. They know what they're doing. So they're doing this for a reason. I did see something also that's saying that Loki is the most watched series so far. And they always do that every time they release a new one.
Well, it started kind of big because it like directly ties in with the like the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
I mean, Falcon and Wanda do that too, but this is like more directly leading into the new like multiverse and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a big deal, big move, big leap.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been looking at videos that say that it's not a good series, and they explain their points and whatever. And I was like, well, I respect your opinion.
So what would you grade it right now? Because I've been seeing 7s for both episodes, 7s and 7s.
I give it an 8.
Okay, which is probably a 7. Because we know Felix meter is like juiced up. You know, you get a 5 for showing up on Felix meters.
Well, yeah, I mean, most of it is the storytelling is good. The acting is, for me, is amazing.
Pussy.
But what really takes it off for me, it's the design and the architecture, because this is like mid 50s, early 60s, mid-century design, and
but futuristic at the same time. Though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
what it looks
every part of the set pieces of the time, whatever,
Simon,
is this design style. So they got me. I'm hooked by the balls of the hair on my ass.
It's all.
Anyway.
Well, for us, I don't think it doesn't change a whole lot, but it's a cool little thing. Well, they might go back to Friday. It depends on the series, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Luca came out today, so maybe they'll do that for movies. Who? Oh,
you know who's not gonna come?
Oh, buena, eso es todo, viejo. Es todo mi protege. Who ain't coming, dog? All over their face, dog. What's going on?
Catwoman.
Catwoman.
No, nobody's gonna come. Never, because turns out that DC cuts Batman and Catwoman sex scene from Harley Quinn. Now, this pisses me the fuck off.
Espérate. You can't get pissed off. Have you seen Harley Quinn?
Not the second.
Entonces cállate los hocico, get up your fat ass and go pick up the pen. You don't get it. You don't know. No. Don't come at me throwing pens and utensils, doc. Because you haven't even seen second 2.
I'm not looking at this as like the Harley Quinn series. I'm looking at this as a whole. Like, for example, they say heroes don't do that. But guess what? Heroes are humans. They have needs.
Pause.
They're
Explain what the hell you're talking about.
So it turns out
Simon,
that DC says a Batman can't go down on Catwoman. Can give her a blowjob. Can lick that pussy up.
That was gross.
Because they say superheroes don't do that.
And the fucking geekdom world went on fire. I was like, yes, the fuck they do.
Of course.
I love it when people get pissed off at shit that don't fucking matter.
It doesn't. I mean, of course it
doesn't matter. And people who are pissed probably haven't even seen all the rest of the show.
But I mean, I have not watched the rest of the show. The first season I watched and enjoyed. The second season I did not remember it was gonna come out until you told me, hey, did you watch it? Because I did. I was like, what the fuck, did it come out already?
It was 6 months ago. We saw it already.
Exactly.
You still haven't seen it.
6 months ago. Verga, wait, time flies.
I don't know if it was 6 months. I just said 6 months.
Maybe. at this point I believe you, because
I think
time ain't
it could have been
right now.
It could have been a year. Actually, speaking of yearly anniversaries, I think it was a year, because I remember the first season came out last year around February, and
I don't remember.
And then the second season came out. That's what I'm doing. The second season came out around that summer that same year. So
2020.
It started November 2019.
Yeah, so second series came out 2020.
And then it ended on February 21st, 2020. Second season started April 2020. So like a month after. And it ended the next it's going to be a year next week, homie. 26th.
Holy shit.
Fucking Rona.
Verga, güey.
Anyway, the fucking show is brilliant. We loved it. Bubbles and I felt like the second season fell off a tad. But Batman eating out Catwoman makes 100% for the tone of the show. I wouldn't have no problem with that. As you can tell right over there. No, right over there. That the Batman. I got one Batman. I got a Batman statue. Batman, he's the dopest, bro. Right? Mm-hmm. He's great in the show as well. This wouldn't have crossed my mind of like, what the fuck? I was like, hell yeah, eat that puss, dog. You know?
A huevo.
It's
Catwoman, bro. She's sexy.
They're all sexy and fine as hell.
She deserves to get that pussy licked.
See way. But so this shit's so dumb where the execs were like, no. Get that out of here. I'm like, what the fuck? You got a talking plant, bro. In a like bionic grandpa in a wheelchair.
Yeah, that guy's funny.
Batman need a little puss. Ain't a big deal.
No, I mean, they curse up a storm. King Shark eats everybody.
See way.
So I don't know what they were. I mean, I get what they were all scandaled up for, but it's such a like mild thing, mild detail. He's a man, she's a woman. They both like each other. I mean, why not give each other some little pleasure?
Because he's saying that Batman doesn't go down on people. That's the thing. I can even see the scene in my head, like Batman's little ears. Or you don't see, you see background, right? And then you see Batman's ears going up and down, up and down, up and down, and then to the side. But it's got like fighting noises. Es como si lo estuvieran puteando. And then it backs up and it's her legs. And he's all like, ah. And then he says something snarky or whatever. But he has to be wearing the suit. Don't make him Bruce Wayne. It has to be wearing the fucking. He has to be Batman. Right. So you could only see his eyes, and he's like doing shit, like he's fighting, and then he pulls out, and it's fucking her legs, and you're like, oh shit, it's fantastic.
You know what I remember right now? I remember this video about this person that I don't like, and I don't like just because of what I've seen of him on the internet.
Okay, he's a influencer. He's a person in real life. Like he's a celebrity.
Another one.
Oh, okay.
That fucker.
Oh, okay.
Remember who it is?
I mean, he's not Voldemort. You can say his name, bro.
DJ Khaled. I do not like that motherfucker. But I remember they interviewed him, and he said, like, I'm the king.
Simon.
So the queen gotta give me.
Simon, he don't give head either.
He don't give it. I was like, how do you call yourself a woman-loving man,
Simon,
if you don't get head?
Simon.
Don't give head.
Simon. Hey, man.
That doesn't make sense in my brain.
Yeah.
And that makes you less of a man.
I don't know, man.
No, it doesn't. I don't care. I just don't like the guy.
Yeah. Lips are lips, dog. That's what I say.
Exactly. Oh, truer words were never spoken.
Lips are lips, dog. The Zack Snyder post was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's legit him, but I'll put it up on the YouTube. That's kind of what I visioned when I was hearing this shit. But just like his head bobbing up and down. This is more graphic, but yeah, I mean, y'all made it worse. It could be. I don't know. Could it be a ploy to get more eyes on the Harley Quinn show?
Maybe.
Because now people are going to be like, oh, they took it out. Or maybe it backfired. Maybe they're going to be like, we're not going to watch it. And then watch. Maybe I just conspired a conspiracy in my head and then flipped it. You know, I went Missy Elliott on it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse the duck. So what happened is my brain. So they're like, oh, Batman don't need puss, right? Those boo, 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 boo. All the nerds go start clicking away, right?
Yeah.
Click, click, clickety, clack, clack, right? Watch. In 2 months, they're going to be like, oh, DC, leave the head scene in, doc. Which is going to give more eyes on people. And maybe have it like in the last episode so people watch the whole series looking for the head scene. Damn, that's fucking... It's going
to be like a throwaway scene.
That's big brain right there, bro. If they bring it back, remember this fucking episode 133. I called it. I says it with my fucking Rona brain. Not Rona brain. Vaccine brain, dog. Magneto on that ass, dog. Oh, shit, it did stick. Okay. It's a plastic pen and not even a real thing.
So that's the end of the news.
Good job on the news, bro. Fumbled a little bit. All the way. You backed me up with my Rona brain. My time. So let's go into fucking Trailer Talk because we got a whole lot of shit to go into. Let's go to Trailer Talks, man.
Let's do it.
So I remember last week.
Get tongue deep in it.
Hell yeah. Oh, pube in my throat. So last week on my solo pod, if y'all been paying attention, I was like, me and Bubbles gonna do this shit. And don't get it twisted, we did. But shout outs to Bubbles, man. He was a fucking trooper. We talked almost 2 hours breaking down the whole E3 thing. The hour, the audio is so horrendous. I just couldn't put that product out there. So my apologies for that. I'm gonna find a way to break down E3 way better. Maybe a series of videos next year or something. If I'm still doing this shit, we'll figure it out, right? So instead, me and Felix are gonna break down the super highlights, because the last one was supposed to be highlights and it was 50 videos. Now it's a little bit less than that. Fuck. But let's start.
Yeah, well, you went hard on that one.
Sí, me pasé de vergas. But that's how we do it here in the Geeks Felix, dog. Nos pasamos de vergas siempre. So here is our E3, best of E3, also super spectacular. You ready?
Right.
AKA Trailer Talks. So it started off pretty strong for me. Oh, by the way, E3, best time of the year for moi. Is my favorite time of the year. Is my Christmas trees. Is my Christmas. I've been waiting for this bitch for 2 years. Last year wasn't too bad. We got a lot of stuff last year. So your boy excited. Your boy woke up early to watch each and every conference. I watched easily over 200 trailers every day. And even shit that I don't care about, the PC stuff, the VR stuff, I watched it all. So this is my
favorite. Watch Nintendo, bro. No mames.
Use employed, bro. Anyway, it kicked off pretty hardcore for me with the announcement of Tiny Tina's Wonderland. This is by Gearbox, and it's a heavy play on Dungeons and Dragons. It's kind of like a spin-off from Borderlands 2. There was like a D&D DLC where Tiny Tina is like the dungeon master. So this is what this game is. It's a totally separate game from Borderlands.
Did you play that shit?
The DLC? No. Or
it was fucking hilarious.
Well, that's what Borderlands does, man.
I think she's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. Oh, Tiny Tina?
She's like a rabbit on crack.
Yeah, she's fantastic. So this game is like, it's her world. So she's creating the chaos. She's doing everything, but you get to make your own character. And there's a pretty heavy cast for this game. We got Andy Samberg, Wanda Sykes, Will Arnett, and Ashley Birch. I know Ashley Birch. Not personally, but I recognize her work. I've been watching a new series where she's in it that I'm going to review probably next week. Pretty awesome. Okay. This is crazy shit. Unicorns, dragons with swords and shit. So you don't even need to have to play. You can't
just gloss over up from the unicorn's name.
And it's not unicorn. It's what's it called? It's a double corn. ¿Cómo le dijeron?
I don't remember.
He's got two horns.
Yeah.
Dual corn? No, dual. I don't know. It's a unicorn with two fucking horns. It's great. It's fantastic. And you don't need to know anything about Borderlands, but I'm pretty sure it helps.
Yes.
What do you think of Tiny Tina's Wonderland? Do you see yourself playing?
Yes, I want to play it. I see myself. You said that the game was enjoyable, so I like the Borderlands franchise, so I am.
You've played them all?
The third game. I'm just missing the third game.
That's pretty good.
The first one I played and it was kind of okay.
Yeah, that's always happens.
It was a good intro. The second one is the meat and potatoes.
Did you play pre-sequel?
Yes.
Okay.
That was very fun.
They're all really good, even the Telltale ones. So I'm gonna pick this up. The fact that you can create your character, it seems very, very fantastic.
Yeah, I'm totally down with this one.
Our next highlight is where probably 80% of the people waiting for trailers blew their load. Finally revealed Elden Ring, first gameplay reveal. Bruh, how hard you nutted when you saw this?
I was at the office, so a lot of people did not go close to me for like 2 or 3 hours. I had to clean a lot of cum from it.
Okay, that's nasty.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, y'all know my dilemma with fucking Dark Souls games. I don't have the patience for it, to get good. Mm-hmm. But every time they reveal a fucking game, it looks so dope. I wanna be in that world. But I get depressed because I'm not good enough for the fucking world, and it pisses me off.
Good enough, me verga, güey. Remember when we played Bloodborne?
Yeah, but that was after me watching you fail like 4 times, so I knew what the fuck.
Try 10.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, give me the controller, you stupid ass, and I beat whoever the fuck it was. But you have a mount in this one. He's got a fucking pony way. You're driving in the pony. You're racing a pony. You're fighting giant monsters. Elden Ring, of course, from Soft. ¿Cómo se llama estos güeyes?
From
Software. With association with George R.R. Martin, aka Papa Daddy from Game of Thrones. So hopefully they turn down the difficulty a little bit just so like pussy babies like me can play it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's fucking amazing way. See way.
No.
You've never been in a From Software game.
Who gives a shit?
Me. What do you mean?
I have fun with them.
You've only played one.
No, es cierto.
How many have you played?
Dark Souls, Sekiro, y Bloodborne.
Did you finish Dark Souls?
No.
Did you finish Sekiro? No.
I just played 3 hours. No.
Did you finish Bloodborne? No. I like to finish my shit. I like to finish my shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
This also has dragons with fucking lightning and shit.
But the thing is that it has like Dark Souls stuff in it.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of Bloodborne and like the gothic themes. I saw some cosmic horror shit that I was like, motherfucker.
It's crazy how with each game you're like, okay, that's a From Software game, but they're different though. This doesn't look like Sekiro. It doesn't look like Bloodborne. It kind of has the same filter tone as the Dark Souls, but then then you have another switch where it doesn't. The mount climbing up fucking giant buildings. So what I heard from the story is that you're like trapped in like limbo and you're trying to get to heaven kind of, and you're gonna need to collect the Elden Ring.
Güey, no mames.
That's why you see like some spirits helping you out to kick some ass and shit. I mean, it's really, really cool. For my sake, hopefully they lower the difficulty. If not, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I'm just intimidated by them. You know, I just don't got all those huevos and just fucking go through it, I guess.
Damn, dude, I'm psyched for this game.
Is this a pre-order for you? You said this about a Sekiro, and you own it, or todavía no?
No, todavía no. Because I want the physical thing. Wait, no mames.
See, wait, you just go to a store and get it. And it's not.
When I can cross, yes, I can.
Nah, you're Mexican, dad. Go spend fucking 300,000 pesos for it.
A la verga.
Fake fan. Let's move on to this next one. Looks pretty, really cool. It's called Scars Above. In its presentation, they called it Tomb Stranding. So you got the main protagonist, a female. It's a third-person action shooter, which will put you against nightmarish creatures on an alien world. The game will give you multiple ways to survive the planet, including ways to craft and upgrade your weapons. I definitely see this the Tomb Stranding thing. I get it. She has a workbench. She's making fucking things. You got shooting creepy ass creatures. This looks really, really fun. This one surprised me. Scars Above looks fun.
I did not even make the relation for Tomb Raider. I just thought Death Stranding.
Yeah.
It does look interesting. I like it. Nightmarish creatures. I mean, maybe I need to see more to see the nightmarish creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my head, they're kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that's fair. They're blocky golems.
Yeah.
They need to be scarier for sure.
Exactly. But what pissed me off, and I say pissed, was looking at your health and your stamina bar in the middle of the screen way.
I mean, it's doing a good job of moving out of the way. The stamina bar is. I feel like it might not need the stamina bar. But
no, that's what I thought. Also, you don't need a stamina bar.
As a game mechanic, I'm saying Scars Above. Why would it? No, it feels kind of.
Well, maybe it's gonna play out further in the game. I don't know. But I was like twitching and shit, just looking at that thing, and I was like, "There's a corner, or you can do like a Dead Space kind of diegetic thing."
Mm-hmm.
But no way. I hope they can tweak it in the game options and move.
I'm sure you can do that. Remove it or so fix it or do it. Mess around with your HUD and play someplace else. But I recently played Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider, and this plays very similar. She moves pretty similar, dodging, jumping around, third person over the shoulder, shooting. So I can see the Tomb Raider-ness because it's really fairly recent in my mind.
Other than that, this looks very interesting.
Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on Scars Above. That was probably the end of day one, I think. Day two, we had Ubisoft. And I'm so glad that they did this because every time we talk about Far Cry, I mention this shit, bruh. And they finally did it. So they talked about Far Cry a little bit more, and they touched upon what the season pass will be. And in the season pass, you will embrace the Far Cry legacy and play as the villains of Far Cry in the season pass. Fun. For the first time in Far Cry history, you are the villain. Get up close and personal as you take control of legends themselves, Vaz Montenegro, Pagan Min, and Joseph Seed. Every time we say this, every time we see something about Far Cry, I'm like, bro, we need to play as Vaz. We need to know what the hell's going on with Vaz. And finally, they're doing it. Now, whether or not little Diego is actually Vaz, probably not anymore because they're giving us this. It'd still be interesting if it is. But this is a season pass. I usually don't do this. I can see myself picking this up.
They went full metaphysical on this shit because that looked crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they have to find a way to make it make sense. And in the story of Joseph Seed, he like sees shit like he's a fucking prodigy. So his gameplay looks hella creepy. And in Vaz's one, your player, Brody something, the guy you use, he's tormenting you, and it's just justifying and growing more on the legend that is the character. The Pagan Min one probably sees like the chillest. But I'm down for this, bro. It looks amazing. Oh, and also Blood Dragon, the DLC from Far Cry 3 will also be included. So that's great if you haven't played that.
I still have to play the Blood Dragon and every single one of the Far Cry games.
I mean, you don't have to catch up like that.
No.
But this doesn't mean anything because you don't know who Vaz is. You don't know. You don't care.
Oh, fuck you. I do know who Vaz is.
But you haven't experienced them though.
Well, no. The only Vaz I've experienced is in the limited, like the miniseries, the Far Cry release. The
that was cool.
Live action one with McLovin.
That was cool.
That was pretty fun.
That was cool.
That's about it.
I can't wait for that to come out. I didn't put this on the thing, but they also showed that Doki Doki Literature Club is going to have a physical plus edition, bro. It's coming.
No mames.
It's coming for PlayStation and everything. Is fucking great.
Neta?
Yeah, the trailer was like the girls and it's like the most terrifying thing, but everything was super cute. And I'm like, oh, I know what that is. Felix talked about it. It's great.
Did you? Yeah, I talked about it. I just said play the fucking thing. Have you done it?
No. Well, now it's coming out physical.
It takes you like 2 hours to play it.
I know, but now it's physical. Now if I pick it up or something.
When is it coming?
Bro, I don't remember.
Fuck
but
you.
I know it's coming.
Now, okay, you got me all right. Fucking up. And now you're not telling me when it's coming out. Okay.
I don't remember. Go fucking Google. We're still in Ubisoft. They showed the one that surprised me from Ubisoft. Well, this one and the next one was Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Bubbles played the first one. He was very surprised about this one because he wasn't expecting that it would to be too popular. The Rabbids, obviously being from the Rayman series, they're like the Rayman's minions, kinda. So in this, it's a turn-based action game. Shooter. So you team up with Mario, Rabbid Peach, and their friends on a mission to save the galaxy. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope coming 2022. Bubbles was like super stoked on it. The first one is Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. That's another one. It plays kind of like XCOM, but it's a really good series. So it's fun. It looks great too.
I'm guessing playing it.
Bubbles was super duper stoked on this one. And I can see why, because it looks like there's effort. It looks great. It looks crazy, and it's unexpected. What it did piss me off, though, is the day of this, like probably an hour before the Ubisoft Forward started, this one got leaked. So everybody leaking shit out there, go eat a fat dick, because that's kind of annoying. So I knew I saw that this was coming out, and then I saw it in the thing. I was like, oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. But this is still great. This is still fun.
Okay, cool. So on a side note with the Doki Doki thing.
Go ahead to put the money.
Yeah, because I'm trying to find out when it's coming out. It says, do not play this game if you do not like horror.
Simon.
This is not a joke nor a meme.
Simon.
And do not take the game's warnings lightly.
Simon.
Yeah. And for the Mario thing, the most standoff thing for me is like, what the fuck is that Lovecraftian looking motherfucker? Because I was like, what the shit?
The star with the rabbit face?
Fuck that. No, the villain.
Oh, okay. The big fat rabbit thing? Fire rabbit thing?
No. Like that giant squid tentacle monster.
Oh, Simon.
That one. I was like, son.
Pretty cool.
I'm going to play you.
You got to play the first one. SSC.
I don't give a shit. I'm going to play that one. Maybe not play the first one.
Finally, from Ubisoft, this one was really surprising. Was Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora? They were showing off their Snowdrop engine. It looked gorgeous, bruh. It looked crazy. If this is simply Far Cry in Pandora, I'm sold. You can take my money. I'm not crazy about the Avatar thing. It's become a meme because it's so ridiculous, you know. Mm-hmm. And now that we haven't heard anything about it, speaking of anniversaries and feeling old, the first one came out in 2008. Damn. So you're getting 5 in whatever the fuck that schedule was for Disney or whatever, the mess they have. But this, in the meantime, unless this is part of the film, hopefully not. Hopefully it separates himself and it's simply an adventure of keeping out army guys from our beautiful planet of Pandora and fucking shit up and riding horses with our tails and giant concha monsters, and it looks great. Mm-hmm. It's a nothing trailer because we don't see gameplay or nothing, but it was giving me Far Cry vibes. Like it kind of started in first person, but I don't know if that's what that's gonna be.
Okay.
What'd you think of Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, babe?
Well, what did you call him?
Speak your mind, son.
No, I was like, what's the word? But I forgot. I wrote it down. The environments look fucking amazing.
T-way.
They look pretty full, but like the sprites look kind of whack. Mm-hmm. I was not feeling them.
Okay.
But I don't give a shit about the game unless you give me Toruk Makto.
Don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I have the movie fresh on my mind.
Okay.
So if you don't give me that shit, I can
what
burn
is that?
the game. I don't give a... Remember when the...
No.
No. Well, I'm going to refresh your mind.
Okay.
There was this part of the movie where they're like flying in those mini dragons and this big giant orange dragon like rushes to them, and it was like, oh my god, if you ride this monster, you're Toruk Makto, which is like the hero of our village.
Don Vergas.
If you don't give me that, I don't give a fuck about this game.
Really? You're going to base your whole feeling on the game on that one weird ass thing?
Of course not, dude. Come on. Oh. I mean, I am down to be that petty. But no, I mean, it looks fun. It looks interesting. I don't know if it's going to take place before or after the game, the movie, but...
I hope it has nothing to do with the movie.
Me too, because it will... I mean, if it's like before, I was like, well, we saw the movie, so I don't give a shit.
Right.
If it's like another thing, something separate or whatever, I'm down.
I'm down. That was interesting. That's cool shit that I didn't know was going to happen. I'm 100% down. Now we in day 2 with Xbox and Bethesda. They start off with their banger as well. They have a release date trailer of another most anticipated game, Starfield. They're calling it like a Han Solo story mixed with Skyrim in space. Again, to me, even though it says this is live recorded footage, it looks like a whole lot of nothing. It's a young lady in a cabin. She puts down a weapon. She walks over to the cockpit, sits down, beautiful landscapes. And then we get the release date of November 11th, 2022, the same date that Skyrim came out. Mm-hmm. A lot of people cream their pants for this. Even though I'm not a huge like Fallout and Skyrim guy, I feel butthurt by what they've been doing lately with their Fallout 76, and then they did a bunch of other DLCs and stuff to kind of rectify that. So Bethesda's kind of like in my shit list for a little bit, you know, because Fallout 76 was such a blatant money grab. I feel disrespected for those who spent their money and all that shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm still butthurt. But there's people, diehards, that just see this and like, we didn't see nothing. We don't know if it's first person. We don't know what you're shooting. There's a lot about constellations and explore and join constellation teams and all this other shit. It's a whole lot of nothing. So I'm lukewarm on this. What do you feel about Starfield?
Well, for what I saw, it looks pretty. It looks interesting. The sci-fi aspect of it, I'm totally down with it. Mm-hmm. But I kind of got like a No Man's Sky feel.
Okay.
Like I don't know, maybe maybe I'm reading it totally wrong.
Maybe.
But like they're trying to do that with discovering new stuff or whatever, and I was like, okay, if it's gonna be that, then I'm gonna kind of peace out. But
yeah, I hope there's some story to it. I hope they're like, oh, and then there's like Mass Effect meets Skyrim. I hope it's not No Man's Sky where you just fly around in constellations looking at things, even though No Man's Sky eventually did deliver on what they were promising because it was so outrageous. You just go to billions of stars. You just go wherever the fuck you want. Mm-hmm. I hope this is not that where you're just walking around not doing anything. I hope you meet some aliens or fucking.
Thank you for helping me. I'm putting into words.
Fight aliens. Yeah, do something interesting. I just have no idea as to story wise what the hell's going on, but it's coming out next year, November. The Game Pass. That was the big word of the conference. Game Pass. Mm-hmm. You can play day one on the Game Pass it's an Xbox exclusive. So a bunch of PlayStation people was mad pissed about that. They feel a little backstab. Me being a PlayStation guy, I was like, whatever, you can take that. I don't care.
But it's gonna be like an Xbox One S and X exclusive, right?
I don't think one.
I don't think I can play it.
I don't think it's one.
No. Because this looks beefy.
Right, and it's still not done yet. Yeah. Xbox Series X and X, Windows. No one. But PlayStation people were pissed off at Bethesda. I think I remember they said also like, oh no, it's not going to be an exclusive or something. I remember talking and reading something about it, and then it turns out to be exclusive. So it's like, all right, I see you. I ain't butthurt either way, but the fact that you can play day one on Game Pass, that's a big one. That's a big deal. I'm me vale verga.
Yeah, me vale verga. But as soon as you get your hands on an Xbox, that's the one game you're gonna play.
Maybe if I give a shit, yeah. There was another trailer for Contraband. It was a whole lot of nothing. It was like an open world co-op heist game. They talked about Psychonauts 2. That was really fun. And then they showed Halo Infinite, a game overview trailer where they talked about how the multiplayer will be free. And there was commentary on the trailer. And it's coming, I think, this holiday season is what they said. There was a little bit of story of him connecting Cortana back or whatever. We would have had this already. Me vale verga.
Kudos.
Honestly, I feel like Halo is overhyped.
I feel that too. And since I missed out when it came out, each game, I was like, yeah, good luck on your shit.
I mean, they have the Master Chief Collection, which I do want to go back and try those out and give it a fair shake to be like, what's the big
Game Pass also?
Yeah, it's on the Game Pass. This is also a day one Game Pass you can play when the Game Pass, as well as what I mentioned before, Psychonauts and Contraband. You'll be able to play them first on the Game Pass. But I do want to go back and be like, okay, what's the big fucking deal about Halo? Why do people cream their pants over Halo? And Bubbles made this point on the dark hour fucking E3 2 hours we did that's not coming out. Not going to see the light of day. He said that he's like Microsoft's Mario. And that's 100% true. Even though I was like, I feel like Marcus's Phoenix is my Mario for the Xbox. Because that's who I invested more time in. But Master Chief is Microsoft's Mario. That is very fair.
I mean, my Windows Siri is Cortana.
Simon. So there's got to be something. I just can't see it. A lot of it had to do with the multiplayer back in the day. The people used to set up LAN parties, and it was a gigantic thing in dorms back out when it turned out. You know, it was like the beginning of online play. So there's a lot of emotional attachment through that. So them making the online multiplayer free, that's a cool move. And if you have Ultimate Game Pass, you get it for free. First day.
Exactly.
This next one did intrigue me a lot. A Plague Tale Requiem world premiere reveal. Was not expecting this either. I saw probably the most nasty, gross, fucked up image in my life, which is a tsunami of fucking rats coming down a dirty, nasty aisle. That's fucking foul. But I want to play this game.
Let me read you what I wrote. I want the rat wave.
It's fucking foul. The first one is also on Game Pass, and this is also going to be coming to Game Pass when it releases. It won a lot of awards. I think this game, A Plague Tale Innocence, is the first one. That took a lot of people by surprise. People were not expecting it to be dope. And then it turned out to be dope, and now we're getting a sequel for it. I'm excited. I'm excited to get my hands on both of these. Fucking nasty, but I'm going to push through it. Even the first one, I remember there's a mechanic where you have a light and you have like a little torch, and there's un puta de nasty fucking ratas around you, but you're like making a path with the light and they're moving out of the way. Fucking foul. But I'm down to play this.
Right now I have the Game Pass, so
jump on. Well, you have a lot to jump on, bro. We need to make a list of priorities for you.
Yes, I have. So So I'm gonna on the what you doings. I'm gonna talk about a game that I just played that I was way past due, and for me to decide on that game, it was like 2 hours of scrolling, watching trailers, looking at before you buys or whatever.
You could have just asked me, but all right. I feel offended, but don't.
Well, don't feel offended because I was going for my gut because I made a list of the games I kind of like. Okay, I want to play this, and this. And
I need to see that list to approve and disapprove, bro.
No, because it's my list.
No,
so,
I own you.
Sure. But yeah, I was like, oh my God, there's so many games. It's kind of hard to like narrow it down to one.
That's why Game Pass is probably the best deal in gaming. I'm going to say that and keep saying it because you get definitely your money's worth. You can play one long ass game and catch up on something, or you can play a bunch of little games in like 2 weeks or whatever, and it's all there. That's the one aspect where Microsoft is kicking Sony's ass for sure, because you're never going to see fucking God of War on Sony's Game Pass. That's not going to happen ever. And that's what Xbox is doing. So that's pretty insane. You can play a Plague Tale Requiem on the Game Pass.
I can.
Hell yeah. This next one, we've heard a little bit about it, but we finally saw some gameplay more legit. It's called Atomic Hearts. The trailer is really wacky and weird, but then it goes into more serious shit, which is what I've been watching. And it's kind of like more serious Bioshock with a very depressing tone. And it's wacky. It's a first-person shooter. And it looks great. And I want it.
The music hooked me.
The gameplay, song, the world, everything. Because it's like super upbeat and off-putting. Because what you're seeing, and everything is
like, what the fuck?
This is something that I can see you liking and playing.
Yes, I said I understand nothing, but I want everything.
Yes.
It was so like over the top that I wanted it.
It's great. And guess where you can play this, Bray?
What?
Guess where you can play it?
On the Xbox Game Pass.
Es todo, Bray. Xbox Series X and S, One, Windows 10, cloud gaming, etc., etc. Atomic Heart is one I'm going to be keeping my eye on. It looks really, really fun. Up next, we have Replaced. This is a side-scrolling steampunk action game with high-res yet retro graphics, and it's coming in 2020. This one is kind of a mindfuck. Your character's 8-bit, but the rest of the background and the rest of the scenarios and the rest of the scenery is high-res. This looks gorgeous.
Everything? No, really?
Yeah.
I saw everything as the same.
No way.
But we got like different planes of action.
See way.
It was. I want it now.
Replaced looks fucking amazing to me.
I mean, I was so hooked on the video that I did not see if there was a release date.
But 2020. It just says 2020.
Motherfuckers, because I want to play that game. I was like, what?
Yeah, and it's like high action packed side scrolling. Like it looks like you're dodging, it looks like you're countering, it looks like you're doing dope ass shit. This looks fantastic. This looks like one that you can toss in between two long games. You know, let's say you're playing something crazy and you're like, okay, I want to chill in the middle, but like not too crazy. You could throw this. I don't feel this is gonna be too long. This might be like probably 2 to 3 hour long game, maybe.
It feels like it, or it's gonna be like those games like Hyper Light Drifter or I can't remember the game of that, the something Cell, which is like a kind of 2D
Dead Cell.
Dark Soul. Dead Cell, yeah, that one.
Simone.
That one's a good one.
And you can play this on the Game Pass, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking great. Replaced. Looks amazing. We got a very funny nothing trailer announcing Outer Worlds 2. A lot of people are excited for that. Anton stoked for that. It's a comedic trailer talking about it being very meta. Literally saying we don't have the game, but we made this trailer just announced to say that we have the title, and that's about it. Very meta, very fantastic. This game, this trailer made me want to check out Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds was made by the people behind Fallout New Vegas, which is regarded as the best Fallout. So their creative team spun off into this other studio and created Outer Worlds. It was another little not surprise because people had high hopes for it. So I'm definitely going to check all these out. You can also play it on the Game Pass. What do you think of Outer Worlds? I think it's on the Game Pass too.
The Outer Worlds, the first one, it is, and I'm yet to play it, and I do want to play it because the setting looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's not like a FOMO, but it's like I don't want to not play it.
Right. Well, that's literally FOMO.
Oh, fucking shit.
That is literally FOMO. I mean, I just want to see if it holds up to what everybody's saying, which is it's great, you know. And the graphics from the first one look very similar to Fallout, so I kind of know what I'm getting into. Anton liked it, so I respect him a little bit. So I'm like, okay, looks pretty cool. You can play that on the Game Pass, huh?
I'm buying Doki Doki Literature Club.
Okay, even though you played it already, but well, they give you a bunch of shit because it comes with like hand posters and other bullshit and like little.
Por
monitas.
eso I'm buying it for the Switch.
Oh, okay. You have a Switch? No.
We're gonna get into it later.
That's in pendeja. I knew it. This next one was a console exclusive for Horizon Zero Dawn. Also coming to the game. Did I say Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yes, you did.
Pendejo. Forza Horizon 5. This is not Aloy Racing, which that would be fucking amazing.
on the giant Velociraptor.
See, no, this is racing, an open world racing game, and it's in Guanajuato, way. They're racing around Guanajuato, Mexico, bre.
Huela momias.
Fuck yeah, the graphics and the lighting look amazing. There's going to be a game lab where you can create mini games. Forza Horizon is very, very. It has a solid fan base. So this being on the Game Pass, I can definitely see myself checking this one out because it looks great. If I'm in the mood for drivey shit, and this is definitely drivey open world shit. It's pretty fun, actually.
Really?
Seaway. They're pretty cool.
I've never, not that, not Gran Turismo, not any of those.
Yeah. I mean, still favorite racing game for me is Blur. So it's like super whatever. But
that was fun.
Sometimes you just be in the mood for like a racing game, and I feel like this can definitely scratch your itch. And with it being in Mexico and looking beautiful,
yes,
tight. And then they closed out with Simon, one more thing, and they showed off from Arcane Studio. It's a studio that under Bethesda banner. It's an open world shooter exclusively for the Xbox. It's a sci-fi vampiros. Redfall. This looks crazy. It's a long ass trailer. It's cinematic, so don't mean nothing. But the characters are very, 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 very heavily based off of the same character models from Dishonored. They have that very unique style to it. Like I saw it. If you just show me this to me, you're like, is this from Arcane? Because you could tell they have that style now. Have you played any of the Dishonors?
I started playing the first one, but the controls feel kind of weird, so I left it.
I got you. I played both of them. It's very dope how they make it so you can just go wherever you want and play the level however the fuck you want. So player freedom is a big thing for them. But Redfall, even though they didn't show nothing about gameplay, it's just a cinematic reveal trailer. It looks fun. It's a group of people, and they are like hunting vampiros. It looks futuristic. There's a robot vampiros chasing them, zombie vampiro thingies. It looks great. And then there's like a giant, ugly red vampiro at the end, like with a pelo on it. It's like fucking scary. Redfall. What do you think of Redfall? Sci-fi vampiros.
I liked it. I want to play that shit because, I mean, vampires, like psychic abilities,
Simon.
and vampires. I mean, goddamn.
Say it right, you fuck.
What?
Say it right.
Vampiros.
Vampiros, bruh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought that like the first vampiro looked kind of like Dante from the DMC game.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. I don't know why it kind of weirded me out.
Yeah.
But then you kill him. And I'm like, yeah.
It looks pretty cool. You can play with friends or solo, and it'll be coming summer 22.
Oh, you can play solo?
Yes.
Gimme.
And guess where you'll be able to play it, bruh?
The flea market?
No way, the Game Pass.
Great.
Fantastic.
They gave that shit for free every couple of months. No mames way. There's no reason.
Right now, if you've not, and I was going to tell you this, and I'm telling you this now. If you have if you're not signed up as an Ultimate, you can get it. You can get 3 months for it for $1. So that's a deal. They're giving it away, bro. They're fucking giving it away.
I got it for 50 cents, dude. 10 pesos.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yes.
That's definitely worth it. Like the whole year subscription, I would get it. Towards the end, this was kind of weird because it kind of felt like they were showing the reveal. You remember the reveal trailer for the Xbox Series X?
Yeah.
Where it was like Master Chief running in slow motion or whatever, and then like the console comes out of the water and they like shift it and turn it. You've seen that?
Same one.
Okay, well, they did that again. So I'm like, okay, they're replaying the trailer. But then there was like a record scratch, and the fucking console is a mini fridge. So they're putting out an Xbox mini fridge. And people are going to fucking buy it, way. People are going to fucking flip and buy that for shizzle.
I would love it.
It looks great. At this point, this was like last week. I was all aguitado, no Hellblade, no nothing. But yesterday there was a Xbox showcase where they called it Xbox Showcase Expansion or something, expanded, and they touched upon the games and they were playing more. And then they showed a little bit of nothing of Hellblade Senua Sacrifice Dose. So they didn't left her in the dust as they thought they did. I thought they disrespected my girl. That's another one. That's a must play for you, bruh. It's on the Game Pass. Get your fucking ass on it. Déjate mamás del guacamiles and shit and go play Senua Uno. It's great with headphones.
And I got some fucking bomb ass one. So yeah, I'm gonna do it that.
So they touched upon that and I was excited. Next day we got Square Enix, which was probably my MVP. No shade to Mexico. To Nintendo. Same thing. They cut it off pretty hardcore with Eidos Montreal's Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. You play as Star-Lord. He kind of looks like Troy Baker a little bit. It's an action game. Those Guardians way. And I was speechless. So you take control of the popular Guardians. It says you take control of all of them, but I think you're just Star-Lord and you can tell the other ones what to do as attacks and shit. It looks fantastic. I was super hyped on this. I was so blown away because I didn't smell this coming at all. My only pedos with it is that Square Enix are the ones behind the Avenger game. So that's my only about it. But other than that,
Eidos Montreal is doing it, so that counts for something.
It counts for something. Those are the people behind Hitman, I believe,
and Deus Ex.
I'm excited, bro. This one had me hyped.
Maybe I was not as hyped as you.
Bubbles wasn't either. I was wet.
Neta?
See, wait, it looks great. It's the Marvel thing all over again. I'm scared now.
I was just surprised.
Because when they released,
I don't know, because the Marvel,
no. I mean, it's the
show.
I mean, with the Marvel thing, when we talked about that trailer when it released, I was meh on it, and you two were fucking wet. No, I was hyped.
Yeah, you were the one we hyped.
Okay,
we didn't give a fuck.
And then it flipped halfway through, where I started to see what it was turning out to be, and then Bubbles was all hyped on it. I don't know how you felt about it. I never
give a fuck.
So hopefully this doesn't happen again where it turns out to be shit. I just want a Guardians cross Mass Effect game. Can I have that? Doesn't seem that crazy. I don't see. That would be cool. That's what I hope this is. The action looks fast, action paced. I mean, action pass, fucking fast paced. The enemies will have stagger bars a la Final Fantasy where you hit them and they get staggered. Then you can throw on your headphones and do like a super mega cool attack. With all the Guardians, there's going to be choices to be made because you are Star-Lord, the leader, and there's going to be conflict and you need to pick one side or the other, and that's going to affect the morale of the team. It just feels like a lot. And I don't feel like there's going to be multiplayer to fuck it up. I feel like it's going to be one cool experience. I'm 100% down for this, bro. And it's coming for all gens, and it's coming October 26th, bruh. Busted a nut. I can't believe you don't give a fuck.
Excited.
Why?
No, I don't give a fuck. I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't catch me.
That's weird.
But
I thought you'd be wet.
I thought so too. But I was like, okay, this looks good. It looks good. The concept looks fucking amazing. The character design is actually pretty fucking cool.
I don't like the character design.
I do. I was like, oh, wow, that's a good spin on the characters. But other than that, I was like, okay.
Gamora kind of looks like a Power Ranger. Star-Lord looks like, I already said, Troy Baker with a Devil May Cry jacket on. I'm not too crazy about I was calling him Ratchet. Rocket's beard.
Ratchet.
You can't do much with Groot and Drax, so like whatever. So I was like lukewarm about it. But I mean, you can't just make them spitting images of the Disney movies. So you have to put their own spin on it. But I'm excited, bro. It's coming really, really soon. Hopefully there's no fuckery and we get this bitch and it's good and I get it and me want. Cool. This next one is called Babylon's Fall. I kind of remember watching like a little last year, like just like the fucking trailer of the Nothing trailer. This is from Platinum Games, the people behind the Nier series. And Babylon's Fall takes place in a fantastical environment and looks to be a third-person action game. You'll team up with the sword-wielding and spell-casting allies to defeat various monsters. There was a whole ass thing explaining on it. I remember we were hyped. We were all hyped about this last year, even though it was a Nothing trailer. And now they revealed what it is, and everybody was like, "The fuck a D1."
Do you remember if I was stoked? Because I saw this trailer and was like, meh.
You were curious. Because all we saw was a title screen. It's Babylon 5 coming 20 whatever the fuck. And we're like, oh, cool.
Yeah, because I saw this and I was like, eh.
Yeah, they said, well, you don't have to worry about it because it's only coming for PlayStation and Steam. So you can play it solo, multiplayer. It's going to have Nier Automata combat, but the producer said it's a live service title. So they're going to keep adding shit to it. So that's the part that has me kind of like if it was a straight up one experience, I would have been down. No, it don't look good to me.
Yeah.
I skipped over the Wakanda expansion DLC. That shit looks sick, and me want to play as well. But also, I think they closed out with this. Yeah, they did. They released, and remember we were talking about that their Final Fantasy was working on a Souls-like game, and this is it: Strangers of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins. This looks Final Fantasy cross Dark Souls cross Devil May Cry, bro. I don't know how you.
Whack.
What is wrong with you? What's whack about it?
No, like visually, it looks fucking whack. It looked so bland. So I was like, I want to like it, but I don't. I pulled the bubbles on this one because I was like, this looks like a early PS4 game, late PS3 game.
Neta?
That's what I thought.
Okay, that's fair.
I was like,
There's a PlayStation 5 exclusive demo out for now. I was just really curious. I mean, hopefully we get more. If this turns out to be good, and I have faith that it will, Final Fantasy games aren't usually churros, and it's a shift of what they've been doing of like turn-based, and then they've been trying to get away from the turn-based, adding different kind of elements to it. But I'm gonna keep an eye on this. It looks cool. Hopefully it's fantastical, and hopefully we get more blah blah blahs Final Fantasy Origins, and it's a whole thing. Hopefully, yeah. Because I thought it looked pretty good. There's slight caca to it, but it's all in early development. Did it say?
It so we got a lot more to go.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. And from Square Enix, we got no Lara, we got no Kingdom Hearts, we got no Final Fantasy 16. But I was happy with what we got. So even though the last conference is Nintendo, I'm gonna tell you a quick story, Bray, of how your boy almost had an aneurysm.
What the fuck?
So this was day 3, I think. Square Enix. No, that was day 2. Day 3, it's gonna be Take-Two Interactive. You know what Take-Two Interactive makes, Bray?
It sounds very familiar.
Let me help you out. GTA, so a lot of rumblings of GTA 6, right? It's coming a la verga. They're also behind BioShock. Oh, la verga, BioShock. Yeah. The NBA games. Oh, it's going to be on the cover. Oh, la verga, right? And it has, so it was 2K Interactive Showcase. No, it did not say Showcase. It said conference or it said something, right?
2K or Take-Two?
That's the same thing. It's, no, it's not the same thing. It's Take-Two Interactive, so not the 2K ones. I get them all mixed up. 2K and Take-Two. But yeah, they're behind. I think they're behind BioShock. If not, they're definitely behind.
2K is BioShock, someone.
They're definitely behind Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Or Grand Theft Auto. So we're like, okay, Grand Theft Auto 6. We're hype. I'm hype, right? I woke up extra early. This was like the earliest one, right? What the conference was a woke ass Zoom conference call talking about representation and equity in video games. Now,
Vete a la verga.
I do not have a problem with that. I ain't here for that. This is not my job to make characters to represent everybody around the world. This is your job. I don't care about that. Oh, yeah, you're a white cisgender. Me vale verga. I can play a little fucking Dorita-looking girl, Dora the Explorer, and if it's a dope-ass game, I'm going to be playing it. I don't care what they look like. It could be a white guy with the fucking green alien lady, a buff-ass gray guy, a raccoon in a tree. I don't care. Okay? This is E3, bruh. We're horny for games. And you come up with this woke-ass motherfucking conference. I was heated. There was 10,000 people and 10,000 people. There was 10,000 people in chat waiting to see this shit. In 3 minutes, it went down to 300 because we're not here for that.
No mames, güey.
We're not here for that. We don't care. I don't care. And the chat I was reading the chat. I wasn't even paying attention. They're like, we don't care. Who gives a fuck? We're the games. Show me GTA. Show me this. Show me that. No, it was an hour and a half of woke bullshit. Now, I'm not saying don't have this, but don't show it to us. We don't care. We're not investors. We don't give a fuck. That's not what this is for, bro. It's like I'm showing up to an orgy and the guy who plans the orgy busts out the fucking Bible. I'm not here for that. I'm here to eat Catwoman's puss. What are we doing? I was pissed. Staying there with my fucking boner and not do nothing to her.
Not even drink it.
No way, because I'm so pissed. Yes, there should be representation for all. I get it. But I'm not here for that. I'm here to see game trailers. Been waiting for this shit for a year. A woke ass Zoom meeting. I don't give a fuck. Fuck. That was all day, the day 3 or whatever. I was mad pissed. Mad pissed.
I could imagine.
Pissed me off. I had to release Steam. Anyway. So finally, on the last day, we got the Nintendo Direct, and it kicked off with the new Smash Bros. Ultimate character reveal in his Kazuya Mishima from the Tekken games. Bubbles, when we did this, he was like, a lot of people were crazy about it. This is what they started off with. So he's just, to me, he's just like a boring Ryu with no powers, really. And then he can turn into an angel, a dark angel or whatever. I thought this was whack. I thought this was not cool. Who cares? Who wanted it? You know,
people like Tekken.
Okay, but for Smash, if you make a museum of the best shit ever, is Tekken in there?
Well, not for me.
Okay.
Well, the dudes that make Tekken are the ones that made this Smash Bros, right? So I kind of get it.
I think it's Bandai Namco.
Exactly.
I don't think Bandai is behind. This is Nintendo.
No, Nintendo, but the development team.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't know. I just felt this was kind of whack, and a lot of people were fucking.
As it may, yeah, it was kind of whack.
And people were wet for it. So okay, good for you. Up next was, as Bubble said, the biggest slap in the face Nintendo could do. And I'm 100% behind him because the way that this trailer was presented, and I'm talking about Mario Party Superstars, right? It was kind of presented as if it was DLC. It had a DLC feel. It looks exactly like Super Mario Party. But the gist is you're going to get 5 classic board games and 100 mini games from past Mario Party games. And it's going to be all on sticks, no motion controls. They're going to take out all your fucking followers, or ¿cómo se llama? Your partners that you get in the new games and all that. But graphics, controls is all updated. You're going to have 100 mini games across the whole series. That's what we wanted. That's what Bubbles was like excited if this was DLC, but no, this is a whole ass new game. Coming October 29th. I know you don't play Mario Party because you value friendship.
Yes, I do.
Bubbles and I don't. That's why we hate each other so much, because we've gone through so many Mario Parties. But this is what we want. And he was mad pissed. I'm speaking for Bubbles. He was fucking pissed. He was livid. And he's like, you know what the worst part is? I'm going to fucking buy it. And we're going to play. I'm like, yeah, you better fucking buy it because it looks dope. Other than the fact that it's not DLC, it looks fucking dope. It's old school games that we grew up with from Mario Party Uno, Dos, and Tres. They had a whole little Nintendo treehouse afterwards where they were playing it. It looked good. It looked smooth. It looked fun. It looked great. the graphics are beautiful. It looks fantastic. But a whole ass new game is kind of like, okay, Nintendo, I feel you. Está bien.
Yeah.
Está bien. All right, bro, this is your time to shine. They mentioned Metroid Prime 4, saying that they're working on it. And then the words Metroid 5 splash across the screen. And the reveal trailer for Metroid Dread shows up. And it's a brand new 2D Metroid game launching October 8th this year. They said it was like a spiritual successor, kind of. Or I guess it's not spiritual. I guess that's a successor. It was heavily based off of Metroid Fusion. So it's 2D. The first 2D game in 19 years for the franchise. Tell me how hard you came for this.
It's kind of hard to put in words.
Okay.
So let's say that you could astral project.
Okay.
I astral projected through my dick when I couldn't come anymore.
Okay.
That was as hard as I came.
Okay. Why?
Wait. A la verga. So, the reason I wanted to study architecture was because of the Metroid games.
Okay.
Now, I still have yet to play the OG NES one and Super Metroid.
Okay.
I played the others.
Okay.
And with this one, I said... And I wrote it down. Took me 3 lines just to write one sentence.
Okay. Say it.
It was, I am buying a motherfucking Switch.
I told Bubbles you were gonna say that. I wish I could put out the fucking audio. It's just so horrid. I told Bubbles he's gonna
put it out. No,
I'm gonna buy a Switch.
Put that motherfucker out.
I can't. I can't.
Who gives a shit? It's just gonna
Bubbles
be a
is my
clip,
witness.
Like 10 seconds.
Bubbles is my witness. I need to find it.
We need the audio.
I might not. You're not the boss of me. I'm the boss of you. I'll figure it out. And it's coming.
We'll just have to wait on Felix's review.
He's gonna say, "Oh, I'll buy a Switch for it," because he's so extra with that. I know he's gonna say that.
Get a priest first. Look at him.
Get a priest first. I know you. You're so extremist. This looks like pure dog shit, bro.
I did say that the only reason I would buy a Switch, like literally buy it, was because of Metroid.
Está bien, güey.
And I will.
This looks like dog shit, though.
Why?
It looks uninspired. It looks thrown together. So y'all little nerds, shut the fuck up about Metroid Prime 4. It doesn't have the essence that the old ones have. It's too light. The graphics are terrible. I don't know what the hell you're so nutted for. I am sorry you bursted my bubble on fucking what was it? Guardians? This is not a revenge. I did this before. I don't think it looks great. I think it looks like pure cacaroni. This looks terrible. And I talked to a bigger Metroid fan than you, no shade, but he's played them all and he mods them, aka Crazy Guy. He was nutting too. And then I said, Crazy Guy, actually look at this shit. And he said, I see what you're talking about. It's too light. It doesn't look like Metroid. If you just change her, right? Say it's a stick figure. It doesn't say Metroid to me at all. It doesn't have that dark feeling of impending doom, like an exploration. It just looks thrown together, way. And the worst case, and Crazy Guy was like, see, wait, but look at all the mods that they can do with it. I don't wish that they put out games to see what the mods are going to do. I don't want to see the mods do a better job than the fucking developing team. Yes, the mods are going to get their grubby hands on it, fix it, tweak some shit, make it better. And Nintendo's going to throw a fucking class action lawsuit on your ass and a cease and desist to eliminate all that shit. Instead of getting these people and giving them jobs, this looks uninspired. Doesn't look like they love the game at all way. I knew you were going to nut it because anything Metroid, you're going to nut. And I get it. I would do the same with a plethora of series and that you have nothing for, right? Like Madden. Right? You would say it looks the same. I'd be like, no way, pero es que está... While I'm knowing that the game is probably going to be shit. I understand that. This doesn't look inspired. It doesn't look like they love the project to me. I did watch the Treehouse and the combat kind of tweaked my opinion a little bit because the combat looks cool. She can dodge, she can counter, she can shoot, she's being chased. The whole thing is it's Metroid, but it doesn't have the love of like Metroid. It's missing something and I don't know what it is. It's just missing love, I feel like.
Well, we just got the presentation trailer. I mean,
there was a whole
game,
there was 40 minutes of gameplay too.
40 minutes? I just saw like what was it?
There was
like
a treehouse and there were, well, it was long. It felt like 40 minutes.
No, it wasn't. I was like 15, and they said this project was like 15 years in the making because they were trying to make it, but the technology wasn't there. They couldn't do a lot of mechanics.
Okay,
they couldn't do a lot of shit.
And this is what we get. You don't think, right? If you're putting the best minds of Metroid together and the resources there is now, that there could be a better looking Metroid.
Sure.
You think this is the best that we can get for Metroid? I'm pissed for you, Way. Because I feel like they slap in the face and they disrespect their own franchise. This is bullshit. I'm pissed for you. I don't give a shit either way, right? I'm not a huge Metroid guy. I would probably play this if somebody lent it to me. I'm not gonna go out and buy it. But it doesn't look like there was any love to it. To me, I'm like pissed off for you guys.
Well, to me, maybe. I mean, everything. It's all gonna come down to when I play it. So maybe my opinion.
But they're asking
when I play it.
But they're asking you to fork over $60, and you're gonna buy a whole Switch for it. You're gonna spend $300 to see a ver qué pedo. Shouldn't you know? Okay, here's a different, and we're gonna jump in. We have a few more, but Breath of the Wild. You look at that. Yeah. You think there's a chance that's gonna be caca?
No, hell no.
Okay, wait. That's my point. Mm-hmm. See the difference? There's love. There's passion in Legend of Zelda. There's no any sliver of a chance that game is gonna turn out to be caca. Way. Yes, you can't play a Zelda, which a lot of people wanted, but okay. That game's still going to be Game of the Year. That game's still going to get 9s and 10s. You think this is going to get a 9 or a 10?
No.
And I feel like you guys deserve a 9 and a 10. 19 years in the making? Mm-hmm. You do you. I mean, you do you. I was mad pissed. Bubbles felt pretty similar to my shit. I was like, okay. They overhyped it. And it's like, okay, this is what we get. Okay. I feel like what modders and online people have put out there as far as Metroid products are better.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and you can't say that about Zelda.
No. Like you said, Nintendo doesn't know what they have.
No way.
Most of the time.
So I feel like they're dissing my girl, man, and I don't even give a shit.
And that's the most badass woman in video games for me.
T-Way, and for a lot of people,
hands down, that's the most badass female character ever.
I just feel like it looked little caca. You seen Mighty 6 or whatever? Have you seen that?
What?
It's like a spiritual successor to Mega Man, and they were building it up like Mega Man. They felt like this version of that.
Mighty number 9.
Simon, what did I say?
Mighty 6.
Okay, 69. Hey, Batman.
Batman what?
Batman 69. Giggity. This is what that looked like to me. But the combat and the mechanics look cool. Just maybe I don't know. It's just missing something for me.
Okay. Nah, for me, I got everything. I was like, oh, I want it. Because even watching the trailer for the robots and shit, I was stressed out. And I say, I want to live this. Right.
And in the demo, the lady was kind of getting away with from the robot pretty easily, just jumping in. It did feel, oh shit, hurry up. It does have the Metroidvania thing of like, go get the thing to open the thing. I can't go there yet, so I'm gonna go do the thing and open the thing.
I mean, there's no Metroidvania without Metroid. That's the thing that started it all.
But it's missing the essence of Metroid, I feel like. And I don't even know what that is. But it's just, I don't know. I felt like, okay. I was like mad for people. I was like, people going to be pissed. And I go online and it was like, oh my God. I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm tripping.
Seeing it from your point of view, maybe we're acting like that because we haven't had a new Metroid for 19 years.
Por eso, güey.
And that's not counting Return of Samus on 3DS, which it takes a lot of some of the mechanics.
Right. And it's just, I don't know. This doesn't look like it was in development for 19 years. It looks like they threw it on when they knew they weren't going to make deadline or whatever for Metroid 4, Metroid Prime. And I feel like they were like, let's just make a quick one. And it's probably going to be 8 hours long, probably. I don't know.
We'll see. No way.
We'll see. Mark my words again.
We'll see.
Hopefully. See. And best believe, I want everything in my being. I want to be wrong on this one. Mm-hmm. I'm not rooting for any game to suck ass. You know? I want you to get your money's worth because I know your ass is going to buy it. I get it. So I want this to be 10. I want this to be game of the year. I just don't see it. And I've been looking at games for damn near 25 years. So it's just me being a new Metroid guy doesn't make me want to play it.
Okay.
And it should do that. Anyway, I'd rather play WarioWare Get It Together. It's a Switch game from the WarioWare. You played any WarioWares?
Never in my life. How do you say? Never in the never.
Never in the fucking never in the neighbors?
Yeah, in the never.
The kick in this one is that there's going to be two. You could do co-op on the screen and fuck around. But what the WarioWare games are is a collection of bunch of mini games that you have to do in like 5 seconds, like pick the guy's nose or shoo the fly away from the cake or do this and do that. And in this one, you're actually a character in the mini game moving around. Usually you're like a giant arm or you got to figure it out in 2 seconds, right? But in this one, you can pick a character. Each character is customized and is different. One might have like a flying saucer to shoo stuff away. Other one might throw kunai or something, and you can play co-op both on screen. I was pretty excited for this one. I was like, okay, cool. Like, the WarioWare games are very, very fun. Not for you.
No, it's not for me, but I do get the allure. It's like a pick up and play right now.
See way.
It's a shitter game.
Fuck around. See way on the shitter. See way. On the bus, on the whatevers.
Exactly.
What is probably more your speed is the remake to Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater. This is a creepy survivor horror game originally launched for the Wii U in 2014 and is getting a Switch port later this year. You can tell that it's a Switch port. Looks kind of janky ass, but looks pretty creepy. And you battle ghosts or zombies or monsters with through a camera and taking pictures, and that's how you attack them. It's kind of like it turns into a first person. Pretty cool. Do you see yourself playing this on your new Switch?
Of course I do.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say not.
No. Of course. I mean, I love the theme. I remember buying Club Nintendo the magazine, and they always feature something about Fatal Frame, and in whatever way they featured something about that game.
The most I know about it is that it's a trophy on Smash, and that's about it.
Well, that's a good one, a good way to step in. But the fact that it's, I mean, the only defense you have is a camera. It's like, you're basically defenseless, and also Japanese horror is
top notch,
harrowing. So I love that type of horror. So I'm definitely playing this on my new Switch.
It's gonna be pretty cool. And finally, we touched upon it a little bit. It's a sequel to the Breath of the Wild. Everybody wanted it. Doesn't have a title yet. I was also reading that the title might give away some spoilers. That's why it just says sequel to The Legend of Zelda. Again, this looks beautiful. Esto looks like lo hicieron con huevos, güey. Every frame is gorgeous. Every frame is a thing. It's a work of art. It looks beautiful. You return to Hyrule and the skies above. That was cool. A new mechanic. You fucking teleport up through the damn thing. You freeze time. You shoot it. It fucking looks crazy. First look.
That prosthetic arm. Goddamn.
See way. It was the first look gameplay at the sequel, with the plan released next year. This is going to be huge, man. This is going to be grandiose. This is worth getting a Switch for. That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
If you don't
like
have
Metroid better.
God bless you, Brandon.
No, but I'm definitely gonna buy the first one to play it. I mean, what is like over 100 hours?
I saw something around 80. Yes, you're definitely getting your money's worth. Then we'll DLC amongst other things.
Definitely. And you know what? I'd rather play this than keep playing The Witcher.
Well, it's the same thing, kind of. I mean, you're sidestepping from this gen to Nintendo. It's a Legend of Zelda Witcher.
Yeah. But again, I rather play Zelda than Witcher.
Yeah.
Poor Witcher, dude. Come on.
Bubbles finished, so I don't feel too bad. So one of us represented, and Bubbles played. Bubbles played Breath of the Wild as well. I'm way behind on my Zeldas, and I feel like it's a disrespect if I just jump in. They also touched upon Skyward Sword and another port. That one can suck off that one. But that was it for Le Free. We know what your favorite was, Metroid.
Yes.
Sorry, I went too hard in the paint, bro. But I just get.
No.
I was pissed.
You think I mind?
No, like whatever I say.
I was very interested to see your whole point of view.
But you do understand what I'm saying, no?
Of course. No. I mean, I'm not blind.
Because
I do understand.
They could have put out Metroid takes a shit, whereas her sitting on the toilet, you just have to button mash for her to take a dookie, and you'd be like, a la verga!
I'm jerking off.
I'll be like, okay, this is it. All right. Okay. Está bien. All right, next. We'll see. Again, I hope and I pray that I'm 100% wrong and it's the best Metroid game ever of all time. But we'll see. Mm-hmm. That was your favorite. I think my favorites. I'm excited about the Far Cry DLC. That was pretty cool. I'm curious about Avatars. Atomic Heart, that kind of stole from me. I was like, oh, la verga. And obviously Marvel's Guardians was a doozy.
Wait, close second was replaced for me.
That was really good too.
Yeah, no mames.
But overall, it was a meh E3 for me.
Okay.
I told this to Bubbles too. I don't know if I'm just being a fucking, because it's Christmas, I don't know if I'm just being like a cranky, spoiled fat fuck who wanted everything and got like 30% of his wish list and he's still bitching it because he didn't get everything. So I don't know if I'm being that dog. Mm-hmm. But it was pretty, like if I had to grade the whole thing, I would give it like a 7. There's not a whole lot of brand new things I was like, you shit your pants for. And a lot of it had to do with Rona. So I can't be too pissed. But what did you grade this E3 from what you're seeing and heard?
I would say 7,
yeah.
7.5.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I love games. And this is my favorite time of the years. I swear I saw over 200 trailers. I'm not lying.
I do believe you.
I'm not fucking lying. I saw everything. Everything. And I wanted more. Wait, the fucking Take-Two shit. I'm still pissed. Anyway. Leave a comment down below. What was your favorite for E3? You agree? You see what I'm talking about? You disagree? What the hell? What was your favorite? Why? All that good shit. You can follow us personally at Edward Prizes, Paurazas. You can follow my homie at Jafel91. You can follow Bubbles at Alex_Mac211. We have a Facebook page. Subscribe to the channel. You already know. I don't have to say this all shit. You know what to do. Fuck with YouTubes. Anything you want to say to the beautiful people, Felix?
Unlike Batman. Eat ass.
Eat ass. That's literally your slogan now.
See, wait.
Always and forever, you do yo.
Bye.
A la verga,